I started learning English in 2020 around the time when the lockdown hit. It's been almost 4 years since I'm on this journey. In this time period, I tried and tested a bunch of different methods and techniques for learning English, but most of them were a waste of time and only a few of them worked for me. It took me 6 months and 10 days to become fluent in English, but I believe that it would have taken me even less time if I knew the right methods from the start. Therefore, today I'm going to share with you 5 methods or techniques that really worked for me and helped me become fluent in English fast. I believe they will work for you as well. But first, hi! In case you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Asim. I'm a polyglot. On this channel, we help students like you speak English fluently and confidently while enjoying the process. So let's get started. The first technique is what I like to call the imitation method. Pronunciation is the most important aspect of learning a language. Bad pronunciation is just not acceptable. People will prefer to talk to someone who has bad grammar but great pronunciation than someone who has great and amazing grammar but terrible pronunciation. Keeping in mind how important pronunciation is, here is how you can get better and pronounce words more correctly and improve your accent. First, choose someone whose pronunciation you like. It could be a YouTuber, a celebrity, an actor, whatever. Just choose someone whose pronunciation you like, who you want to sound like. Second, pay very close attention to how that person pronounces each word in each sentence. Pay attention to how they say sentences, how they say words. Try to copy them when you speak. When you're having a conversation with someone, try to imagine that person. Try to imagine that person's voice. Try to imagine how would that person speak. How would that person pronounce those words? I recommend doing this every single day for 10 minutes to 15 minutes for a month. Try it for a month and you will see great results when it comes to your pronunciation. The second technique is to create a bank of vocabulary. Vocabulary gives you ways to express your thoughts and your ideas clearly in English. If you know more words, phrases, and idioms, then your conversations will be more concise and more to the point. And you will sound better. You'll be able to convey ideas very clearly into other people's minds. Here is how you can improve your vocabulary. When you're listening or reading and you hear or see a new word that you don't understand, or a new phrase or a new idiom, write it down immediately on a piece of paper or in a small notebook, or write it somewhere, maybe in your phone. The second step is to search that word or idiom in a dictionary. The dictionary I like to use is called Cambridge Dictionary, but you can also use Oxford Dictionary or any other online dictionary you like. The third step is to use those words, phrases, or idioms in your conversations. Here is a rule to remember. If you don't use the words you learn, you lose them. As simple as that. You have to use the words that you learn in your conversations. Otherwise, it will be a part of your passive vocabulary, meaning you will know the word but you will not be able to use it in your conversations, which is not good. You must be able to use every word that you know in conversations, and that's how you will become fluent. I recommend learning 5 to 10 new words or phrases every single day. After 6 months, you will probably have 1800 or something new words, which will probably make you fluent in English. 1800 words, new words are great. The third step to becoming fluent in English in 6 months is to find something to watch. One great way to learn any language is by immersion. The reason why we are able to speak our native language so well is because we're completely immersed in it most of the time. We need to immerse ourselves in English as well if we want to learn it and become fluent in it fast. One way to do that is to find something to watch. Choose and find something that you can listen to or watch daily. This way you will be surrounded by English a lot. But here are 2 rules to keep in mind when it comes to choosing what to watch or what to listen to. First, listen to something that's appropriate for your level. If you're a beginner in English and you watch American movies and you don't understand and then you complain, well, it's because it's not appropriate for your level. You need to find something that is good for your level, that you at least understand 60 to 70%. For beginners, I would recommend watching cartoons in English like Peppa Pig, is the one I would recommend for most people because it's kind of easy to understand but not too easy. For intermediate English learners, I would recommend watching YouTube videos like this one. If you watch YouTube videos, maybe you can subscribe to my channel and watch my YouTube videos, you know. For advanced English learners, I would recommend watching TV shows and movies in English. One TV show I would recommend is called Friends. It's an American TV show. You've probably already heard of it. It's about like 6 friends and it's really entertaining and funny. The second rule to keep in mind is that choose something that you love watching or listening to. If you don't like listening to podcasts in English because you think they're boring, I cannot sit and listen to a podcast for 1 hour, then don't do it. Like, find something else. There are a lot of options. You have too many options. You can choose what you like and you can ignore what you don't like. Just pick one thing and watch it every single day for at least 1 hour for the next 6 months. Believe me, this will make you fluent. The next step that really helped me reach English fluency in 6 months is making friends and practicing with them. Maybe you've heard this a million times, but I'm going to say it. Practice makes perfect. If you want to improve your speaking and your fluency, then you need to speak. You need to practice. One of the ways to do that is to make a friend from a different country and practice with them because they don't know your native language, you don't know their native language. In this way, both of you will be forced to use English for your communications, which will be great for your practice. This is how I practice my English from the very beginning up until now. I have had many friends from different countries like Algeria, Egypt, Mexico, Brazil, India, Indonesia, and some other countries. I would schedule conversations with them every single week, and every single day I would practice my English speaking with most of those friends. I would recommend 30 minutes to an hour of speaking practice every single day if you want to improve your English fast. The next technique and rule that will make you fluent in the next 6 months is getting feedback from an expert. This is the step that most English learners ignore, and that's why they become fluent in English in 4 years or 5 years. Listen, when you're learning English, you're going to make a lot of mistakes when you speak. That is totally fine. Everybody makes them. But the people who get rid of those mistakes fast are the ones who becomes fluent in English fast in like 3 months or 6 months or 5 months. And the ones who don't focus on getting rid of their mistakes, who don't focus on eliminating their mistakes, it takes them like ages to become fluent in English. The only way you can get rid of your mistakes is by speaking with someone who has higher English level than you. Only practice is not enough. Everybody practices a lot for 3 hours, 4 hours every single day. But most people ignore the second part, which is feedback. Keeping in mind how important feedback is, I started doing one-on-one coaching calls with my students, where we have a conversation in English. We speak, I notice your mistakes, I correct them for you, I give you feedback on what things to improve and how and in which specific order, and in general I act as your English conversation partner. If you're interested, click the first link in the description below. This will take you to my page where you can see more details about this. Hey, if this lesson was fun and you learned something new, then you might be interested in this video in which I shared what to do if you get stuck during a conversation. Like, most people forget words in the middle of conversation and they just don't know what to say. Their mind just goes blank. In that case, I'll share with you in this video what steps and methods you can follow to get rid of this. If you're interested, go and watch that video. I hope to see you in the next lesson.